We are back, guys. Daddy Issues has returned. Another episode. We still dads. Still dads. Keon has been gone for 18 years on them stupid ships. Sick of it, man. When's your next one?
The next one just short one, like 3 days.
That's not bad.
No, that's the ones I'm only trying to take now is those. Like they hit me with a, can you? I was like, nope. If it's not under 6 days, I'm good.
I found myself getting more and more picky as it went on. I was like, hey, look, I only want to leave out of LA.
Yeah.
I only want the 3 days. Just give me the 1 day.
Like
you know what? I'm off the shit.
When it first started, I was like, I'm taking them all. This kind of money,
yeah,
I need it, you know?
Of course.
And then now I'm definitely getting to that point. I was like, you know, he'll hit me and be like, can you? I'm like, nah. I only want to do here. And, you know, like I'll even look up ahead of time. Like they'll give me the name of the ship and I'll see where it's going.
Yeah.
If I've already been there, I don't want to go to them country. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Man, listen, man. Because the one I did where I left out of L.A. and we just went up to like San Fran and we got off there and it was just like, and I had like phone service the whole time. Yeah. I was like, I could do this.
See, when I did New York, Miami, go to the islands, come back, I had a bunch of service the whole time. And then like even this one, when we went to, the Virgin Islands, that's U.S. territory. So I was good there. Yep. And then I was like, but this one was just too long. Where we went was dope.
It seemed like y'all was going for mad long.
We went 10 days, and I was just like, even the people on the ship was like by the last show, I was like, y'all done? It was like, yeah.
It's just something, Shout out to the people that work on ships for the long haul, because that shit is trash.
Yeah. Now, from a comedic standpoint, though, I am growing and getting super strong, because I'm on there so long.
Mm-hmm.
And the people, if they message you, they keep coming back to the shows. So you look up and you did 3 and the same people in the crowd.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well.
Let me remix.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of different sets.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, yo, do y'all mind? Y'all done came and seen me 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And not just on the adult, they came to the families too. So that's 7 different sets. Like I only got so much material. I've only been doing this so long.
Right.
So I said, do y'all want me to, do a set of jokes that you've already seen? Or do you mind if I use you guys as test subjects? Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to work on all these premises. They was like, let's do it. Yeah. Like they was in.
Yeah.
So I was just reading out the phone. But it was so fun and refreshing because, I don't really do open mics anymore.
Right.
So it was so fun and refreshing just to do an open mic in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And they was I knew what worked and what didn't because you just talking.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be points where they in tears and then they'd be like, I had nothing. I'd just talk some more and then finally I'd find something. They'd be laughing.
Right.
And then it would just tail off because none of the jokes had endings.
Right.
None of them. So it would just be like, so that was good. Moving on. They were like, yeah, keep that one. And we just go to the next one.
The audiences like it when you include them. They be like, are we a part of the process?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then after they was like, I can't wait till when you do a special and those jokes are on the special. We'd be like, we tested those on us.
We said they was good.
Yeah. They were telling me, they would stop me at lunch. The one about your dad with the thumb, keep that one. That is funny. We've been quoting that all day. I was like, all right.
Dad with the thumbs. Yeah, man. That's dope, though.
Yeah, but I did, I was ready to go. I missed the boys.
Man.
And I felt so bad. Cotty texted me and she was like, now granted, we're still homeless. We're still
going through that.
The stupid thing. They coming today, thank God. It's supposed to be done in like a week, so we still staying at the friend's house or whatever. But Cotty's teacher was like, is anything going on at home?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, what do you mean? She was like, Keelan's been like extra like emotional. She was like, where's dad's gone and we're not at home right now and so it's just a lot of changes.
Right.
She was like, oh, okay. But the fact she noticed that, I felt like shit.
Yeah.
I was like, but it wasn't just, because they're used to me being gone. So I was like, what happened? I didn't know that Cotty, her job had her working like hella extra hours. Mm-hmm. So she was leaving at like 6 before he even went to school and not getting home till like right before they went to bed. Or like one night she wasn't even there. So it was like both my parents gone. And when I'm not in my house, I'm just done with this. So
that's a lot.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, his routine's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first I was feeling guilty. Like when she told me, I was like, I ain't taking no more gigs. I'll get a 9 to 5.
Right.
Then I was like, oh, it's a combination of.
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked her, I said, what did they say about me? She was like, no, they tell people like daddy's on the plane.
Yeah.
Or daddy's on the ship. So they know. She was like, it's my schedule that got messed up. And then they really was like, the double. They was like, oh hell no.
All right, man. Look.
Then they was getting on each other's nerves. She said they had a fight, like a real fight.
The boy?
Yeah, I was like, who won? Obviously Keelan won. She said she let it go for a minute because it was funny. She said they was pissed. She said they was really swinging. Like I was like, that's the first of many.
Oh yeah, it's coming, man.
Yeah, they gonna fight a bunch. They be getting irritated.
Who took them to school?
So my auntie's husband's daughter watches the kids when we're gone and stuff. She's like the kind of in-home nanny, if you will.
Auntie's husband's daughter.
Yeah, my auntie just got married, and he already had kids. Yeah, so she comes, and she'll stay with us for the week, in the spare room or whatever. And then
what does Cardi do? I can never.
She works
keep
for
up
the
with
city
her
of
job.
LA. Well, because she always switching jobs.
Yeah,
so she works for the city of LA.
In the city.
Yeah, and doing project work, fixing transportation. Like, how do we cut down on traffic? Or
she's a part of that.
Yeah, she's trying to get that stuff together.
I'm all for that.
Yeah,
let's find ways.
Because LA got that train system underneath the city that ain't been used in I don't know how many years, like decades.
Public transportation is trash.
LA traffic is just trash.
For LA to be the second biggest city in the country and to not have dope public transportation is ass cheeks.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous, man.
You making everybody drive.
Man.
You got a train system under there. Like, just be New York of the West. Why can't you do that?
Please. Because even San Fran, like the public transportation
we got the BART,
is dope.
at least. Like, it's just that driving everywhere. It's stupid.
Trash, man. Because public transportation is dope. When you know where you're going and you know the routes, smooth sailing.
Yeah.
You be sitting there reading your little paper. Well, everybody be on their phones now. So, man, back in the day, people had papers, man.
Yep.
They was out here, Chicago Sun-Times, the Tribune, just legs crossed.
I like to put down when something go on. You see the paper, they be like,
to look over the paper.
just to fold.
That's going now. It's this. Everybody be like, and then they look
something pop up, they
record it.
Yeah,
all right.
That's it.
Which can be good and bad.
Yeah. Yeah, the recording, I'm like, sometimes, like, throw the phone down and get in there.
Yeah, some people need to get in. People, you need to designate a recorder.
Like, I seen this dude, like, just punch this old lady.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was kind of, eventually this one dude came in and pummeled the guy. Mm-hmm. But I was like, what are you doing?
What took so long? Why you just recording
this?
Especially as men.
Yeah, and she was old and helpless.
Come on, man.
And I get the fear, right? I get some people be like, I don't know what this next person.
It's scary to jump
in. But in this situation, this guy was some frail little. I'm like, get in there. Like, of all people. It ain't like he was out here 6'3", you know what I mean? He was just some guy. Like, get in there.
Ridiculous, man. The get in there mentality. I ain't got nothing to report on my kids because they just out of here, grown. Cecile went back to school. I don't think he was back to school. Here. He was on Christmas break for a while. Like, they got out in December and he didn't have to go back until like last Monday.
Oh, okay.
So he went back to school like that Saturday. He flew out. But so he was out here for a while.
I didn't even know he was here.
Yeah, he was here for a while, and then he went with me to New Mexico. And then and then he went back to school. He was ready to go back to school, though. I was like, you miss school? He's like, yes.
Yeah.
Because, Cecile is the king of, kind of, he's the king of the, and he's like Tina from Bob's Burgers. He'd be like, I'm not sure. But I was like, you miss school? He's like, yes. I'm ready to get back.
He's ready. That first taste of freedom is just,
it's tremendous.
It's like crack. You be like, I want more of this.
Yeah. So I'm glad he's really enjoying it out there. Because goddamn, it's expensive. So it's good to know that, it's because some kids, they can't handle college. They
no.
Like, man, I miss home. I'm sad. You know what I'm saying? But he like, I'm feeling this.
I loved it.
And that was me. Like, when I went away to New Mexico State, I was like, even though I had to go back home a couple times,
I didn't like where I was, but I liked being away.
Yeah.
And Montana, I was like, oh, hell.
Yeah, Montana is attractive in certain aspects, but
it's
I get
beautiful visually.
Right. But
as far as when you 20,
stuff
to do.
Ain't nothing to do.
It was like, That's why I didn't drink until college.
I can believe it.
I never had a taste
because it
until
wasn't much to do.
19, and me and my other teammate was the only two that never drank.
Mm-hmm.
And they threw a party, and he was like, "I'll do it if you do it." So this girl was like, "Let me break y'all in." So she was in there blending up some kind of concoction, but it tastes like grape Kool-Aid. It was delicious.
That's what gets you in trouble.
So I was like, "Let me have another,
Yep.
and I'll take another." And I was 3 drinks in, full red cup, and they was like, "You feeling it?" But I don't know what drunk is. I've never been drunk, so I was like, "I think so. Like I'm a little, I don't know." And I was like, "Well, it's time to roll out." I stood up. I was like, "Here it is!" Like I was done. But after that, we was hooked. We was like, "I want that again." Man, it was every day. That's all we did.
The drinks, man. I remember we used to go to Mexico. We used to go to Juarez. This before it got super deadly down there.
Yeah.
And I vowed, I was like, man, I ain't going down there. They steal your kidneys. And this, that, and the third. You hear these horror stories. I ain't never going. Cut to me going one time. And then we was drinking the drinks was mad cheap. Yeah. And so we was down there, but I was mixing and matching. I was drinking beer and regular liquor, and I was obliterated. I remember, man, I threw up out of the back seat, and it got on the side of the car, and the cops pulled him over. He put the light on me. I was just like, ooh, yeah. I remember the light hitting me, and I was like, ooh, yeah. He was like, man, get him home. And they just threw my ass on the bed. When we got back, obliterated.
Guys don't be knowing what to do with the homie. We threw our friend in the tub once.
Yeah, we either throw him in the tub or on the bed.
We threw him in the tub because I remember he threw up at the party. We was embarrassed because even though it was he brought us. So it was his people. Yeah. But then he started drinking, and he drove.
Oh, man.
So, and then next thing you know, they was like, you got to get your boy. And we were like, what are you talking about? He's on his hands and knees throwing up in the lawn. First, it was in the house. We had to carry him out the house. Luckily, I knew how to drive a stick because he had a stick shift. So my other homie was like, I can't even drive home. And I was like, I'll do it. And I didn't drink then. Okay. So I was like, I'll drive home. So we drove him home, and we was like, what do we do? And he was like, don't take me home. Because this is at my junior college. So we all still lived with our parents except for us. We had our own apartment. Yeah. So we took him to our apartment. He was like, don't take me home. And we was like, all right, where do we put him? He was like, throw his ass in the tub. Because he won't stop throwing up. Because he threw up outside the house. He took all his clothes off. And the homie's girlfriend was like, why is your shirt off? And I just remember he was like, because I'm sexy. And then he threw up again. He threw up again. We threw him in the tub. And then in the middle of the night, he got up from the tub. And we had I slept on one side of the room. My homeboy slept on the other. But we had a spare, mattress. Yeah. Just up there. And I just remember he came in and threw the mattress down, just plopped down. And he woke up the next morning. He was like, I'm sorry, guys. I was pretty messed up. He got destroyed.
Man, liquor destroys people. Man. I've definitely been destroyed. One of the last times I got drunk was in Washington with a comedian by the name of Lucas Seeley.
Ah, Lucas.
I was doing a comedy show up there, and he kept giving me white wine. It was white wine. I kept getting wine, and Lucas was like, get some more wine. And I was just tearing the wine. I probably had like 6 glasses.
That's a lot of wine.
I was obliterated.
That's a lot of
wine.
And
then it was like, nah, don't move me, y'all. Let me stay right here. Because I just want to stop moving me. Yeah. But you got to get out of the establishment.
Exactly.
And they'll be like, well, you got to get out of here. And I was like, oh, God. And then I just remember like struggling. They got me in the vehicle. And then I remember the comedian that booked me, his girlfriend, she was probably like 5'1". But she had like strong like legs. She carried me to the hotel room, and then they just threw me on the bed, and then just like, you got a flight early, so we gonna be here early. I woke up panicked. I woke up on time, throw up on the pillow. I was like, well, how did this? But it wasn't on me at all, and I was laying on it. I was like, crazy. And I made the flight, obliterated. And this was probably like the end of 2016. Maybe early 2017.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, so man,
I'm chill now on the home front. When we're here, I'm chilling on them ships. I ain't got to drive. I be walking back to the drunkest I got in a while with this last cruise, because we had met these people. They was super cool. Shout out to the group from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
They said if I go up there, they was like, we pulling up. And we had gone out. You know, everybody on the ship's got the drink packages. So they trying to get their money's worth. Even if they can't drink it all, they want somebody to come drink with them so they can get it done. Mm-hmm. So we went to see one of the shows, but it was bad. Like, it was just bad. I ain't going to say what show it was, whatever.
What show was it?
But it was awful, right? And so we all left early. And I had forgot that I was already drinking before the show.
Okay.
Because I had ate dinner, and then like I was walking through the ship, and 3 different groups stopped me. It was like, have a drink with us. So I'm already 4 drinks in.
Yeah.
And then they was like, well, let's go to the bar. We go to the bar, and they was giving me drinks. I didn't know that all the drinks were doubles.
Ooh.
Then I lost track of how many I had, and I didn't know I was drunk until people was like, it's the comedian. I was like none of the sentences was making sense, and I was like, oh, I can't form a sentence. Like, I messed up. And then we was like, we need to eat. And I was like, well, I don't want too much, you know, because I'm still on the health tip in my head, though, even though I'm loaded. They was like, well, let's just get something. I was like, okay, I'll take a cheeseburger, order wings, and fajitas. And they
on
was
the
like,
health tip.
And I ate all of it, like crushed it. And then they was like, all right, we're going to head back. You want us to walk you back or anything? I was like, nah, I'm an adult. I'm fine. And I was walking back to my room, fine. But then I bent the corner and leaned against the wall. And I was just like, woo!
Not only that, you're moving because you had seat.
And the ship was rocking. So I walked to my room leaning on the wall. I was like, I am drunk as hell. And I remember I drunk like I already store the waters in my room beforehand.
Oh yeah,
when I
too.
know I'm a drink, you know. Mm-hmm. And I think I had 60 ounces of water before I went. I had so much water, I almost threw up from being full off water. Yeah. But I woke up fine because of the water and the eating.
You had the water and the food.
But I was loaded. And they saw me the next day. They was like, tonight? I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I never drank on the ships before, but
that's the only
if
place
I was
I
a
drink.
drinker, oh man, that'd be heaven.
Because it'd be free. I don't have to drive.
No driving.
So I drink the most on ships. And then when I get off, I don't drink at all at home. Like, I detox. I'm done. But on them ships, especially days off, I only had a show like every other day. So I just had days off. And I was just, you know, people, we love to come on. And I'll just be like, I'll look up and I'll be like, oh shit.
I'll be feeling bad for not drinking because, you know, people be like, come have a drink with us. I'll be like, I don't drink. And like, oh, you son of a. You know. I'll be feeling bad low key because I appreciate the gesture. But all I got is water.
I remember one guy took us to dinner on the ship.
That's
you know,
dope.
like one of the paid joints.
Yeah.
He was like, man, we love the show. You guys want to get some sushi? We were like, yeah.
Yes,
and we hung out with them the whole day. They was cool, too.
That's dope.
People be friendly as hell on them ships. Yeah. They know they there to, you know, just have a good time.
Having a great time.
They be friendly. Super nice. Shows was fun, though. They did. I told them thank you for coming back so many times to force me to work on new stuff.
Was it Carnival?
No, this one was actually Norwegian.
Oh, okay.
Carnival, my last time on Carnival, I've only done one, and I stayed sober the whole time, actually.
Wow.
Because the drinking on the Carnival, that's just a whole. NCL is more older and adults. Carnival is wild.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, I don't want to drink with y'all. Because next thing I know, I'm dragged into a room.
You gonna wake up in the ocean?
Yeah, I'm good.
Like, I think I walked to the ocean. Maya, what's going on, man?
Well, we have some unfortunate news out of Calabasas. On Sunday morning, Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others died in a helicopter crash. Looking back on it, what lessons do you take from Kobe's life?
Oh, I take, you know what? You know the thing about Kobe is, and we were talking about this in the group chat, it's dope that he got his flowers while he was still alive. He was always getting props and praises and appreciation. So he definitely felt that while he was here. And it just sucks that, you know, he wasn't able to fulfill the second chapter of his life, which was family, you know, doing stuff outside of just straight up playing the game of basketball. He was doing documentaries and all of this. So all of that was cut short. And, you know, his daughter just missed out on the whole life. You know what I mean? And so I took a lot from that. And the reason he even flew helicopters was because, he wanted to spend more time with his kids and stuff like that. So I was just like, man, he was just really like focused on his family. And like you look at his page and his family, it's just like, it really drove home the importance of family. This is somebody that has achieved greatness in his field, in his career, and like, but he was still like, yeah, man, I'm a dad of girls. And like, he was proud to have girls too. So it was just like, man, you know what I mean? And I've always been riddled with the guilt because of how hard I went for my career. I felt like, man, am I missing too much time with the boys and this, that, and the third? And I took comfort in knowing that, me following my dreams helped me to fund the dreams of my children. Like, being able to pay for Cecilia's college from my dreams is rewarding. Even though I battle with that guilt, I take solace in like, I can pull up when he needs money for his tuition because of me not giving up on my dream. Because if I was working a regular 9 to 5, I wouldn't have been able to afford, what I paid for that. And so it was just tough. It hit me hard, man. Like, the fact that his daughter passed too, it was just like, as a father, it just, man, I folded several times. So it's tough, man.
Yeah, I was on the plane actually, and then Tony put it in the group chat, and I was like, "Shut up!" Like, at first I was in denial, like, nah. Then more sources came out, so I turned on the news and every news site was like, I was like, yo. And then at the time they hadn't said who was on there yet, so I was already feeling bad because even though I wasn't I became a Kobe fan later in his career, and that was just because he was so good. I hated the Lakers, whatever. But the older he got, I was like, and he started showing more personality too. I was like, this dude's hilarious. Like, and he's one of the dopest players ever, whatever. So I was like, man, I was a fan of this dude. Like, know. And then immediately I was like, oh God, I know Gigi's always with him. So I was like, was she on the plane? And then sure enough, she was on there. And then I just felt it wasn't about, because I'm not the big celebrity guy. Like when celebrities die, I never post anything. I don't say, anything. But as a father, I was like, damn it. Like I was bothered because I was like, what do you say to your kid on the way down? When they're looking to you, like, they look to you for everything. And you don't have, and that in your head, this is it. What do you say to your daughter who's, like, daddy saved me? Or, like, what do you? And that's the part that started really bothering me, was like, I can't protect my kids, And that's the part that started, like I didn't cry, but I was getting, like, emotional because I was like, if I'm in that situation, like, that sucks. And, like, I was trying to look at a pot, like, well, at least you went out together and you could tell each other you loved each other, you know what I mean, or whatever. And then I'm like, did he have time to text, the wife and be like, this is it, I love you? Because, on the plane, they said, like, during 9/11, people had time to call and text and be like, yo, this is it, I love you. I was like, what was the last words? Like, I started thinking, and then, Vanessa got to bury a husband and a daughter, and then I read something where the oldest daughter, she has asthma, started hyperventilating because, and it's just like the family's like jacked up. And the only reason why he got the helicopter was to be a good dad. Like, that's the only reason why he had it, so he didn't miss stuff with his kids. And then, I don't know what happened. I saw one story that said it was the pilot error. I saw one mechanic. So I don't know yet what happened, but it's just like, I'm just out here trying to be the best dad I can be, and this is what I get for it. Like, it was just, like, as a father, I was just like, this is the worst. And then for other people, they, from a basketball, tip or the icon tip, they were bothered differently. But I was just like, as a dad, I was like, this is the worst. And I think because because of social media, we see these people. I see him and G every day. I see them, doing something. I was like, man, LeBron just broke his record the day before. Like, they were just talk about him, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I was just like, this sucks.
And it's like too, we all saw the closeness of him and his daughter. They were just a meme, like, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Him talking to his daughter and like, what's he saying to his daughter? It's like, they were always, it was just like, man, dog.
And then
and as we travel so much, as entertainers, and we always on flights, and I'm always thinking about death. Always. Every flight. I'm like, I pray, and I'll just be looking up, and then when we take off, I'll be like, man, this, I'm always thinking about that. I think about it in the car, but more so when I'm in the airplane. And just, that moment. I even talk about it on stage, and I got jokes about it, but now it's just like, man, I don't even want to do my airplane joke no more. But
yeah, like I think about that all. I never thought about death until I had kids, and then I think about it all the time.
It's something about being a parent. It makes you think about that now.
That is all I think about all the time. Like, okay, are they good if I go?
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to turn out without a father in the house? How is Cotty? Cotty has. I think she underestimates how strong she is, but she says that she's like, if you go, that's it for me. Like that, I'm a fall apart. And I was like, nah, years. I was like, we have a lot of family, and and I make jokes. I say, I tell the boys, if you need advice, go to Uncle Keith. Mm-hmm. If you need somebody to ride, go to Uncle Kyron. He's the crazy one. You need hair. I was like, everybody will play a different role to fill in what I do. They all. Financially, we got the life insurance and, friends and family, and you guys will be, and I be trying to tell Cotty, like, you'll have help. She was like, honestly, I'd probably have to move in with your mom, because just by myself, I would just be, because she talks about that all the time, like how, even though, how do I say it, like, okay, so everybody, in every family, both partners share, they do what they do, but she talks about how, like, she was like, you make this ship go, like, you're the leader of this house, you are, like, even though there's a lot of stuff she does that I don't do at all, that I couldn't do without her, and this, that, but she's like, you're the captain of the ship, like, if you go, like, this ship's not gonna run the same. And I was like, well, the same if you go. She was like, but it's, she was like, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, I think the only difference is you just underestimate who you are, and how, like, I know, God forbid if she goes, I'm just that person. Like, well, let's go to work. Let's get it done. And she just automatically like, I'm a break. I'm like, nah, you'll, I was like, don't, she puts herself down sometimes a lot even on the pen. I always, like, all I do at home is gas her up. Like, all I do is, whether it's mental, physical, like, all I do, because I just think she has a little more self-doubt than I don't have any. And I think she lets that creep in sometimes. So I'm just always trying to build her up. I was like, no, you're a dope mom. Like, you're, you'll be able to, and we're blessed enough to have so much help. We both have big families. They're close. They're here. They know them, But I think about that all the time. Like, I don't, that's all I think about. If I go, what are they going to do? Like, what? Luckily, we have social media and all that stuff, so they can look at videos and, stuff, and they have their memories. But that's all I think about all the time, like, my kids.
Well, you have life insurance, so you are taking some responsibility.
Yeah. We got that a while ago, and we're about to up it, too.
So, I want a different life insurance. I don't trust the one I got.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just don't seem all the way legit. So I might have to go with a different one, but I need to set up a will too, so that way the money that I do have can go straight to the boys. But it's funny too. Like now, like, I'm in a different perspective when I think about my death. Now I think about it more so they're gonna be good financially, like, because they're so older.
Yeah,
they were so much older. It's just like, I know they're gonna keep going on. Like, Dad, and then, but they'll be all right as far as, like, when you got that luxury. When you got kids this age, it's a different. Like, when the boys were this young, I was like, man, I don't know what, what I'm saying. Like, when they were this age, I was bringing nothing to the table financially, like, very little. It was like peanuts compared to what Ree was bringing, and so I was just like, my presence will be, because I was, stay-at-home dad, and, like, getting them squared away and all that. But I knew my presence was gonna be missed, but it was just like, the financial hit. It won't be that bad, if I go, because I ain't bringing that much. That's how I was thinking. Like, I'm just bringing a couple of chips. Reed got the full, dinner. I just got the, the mashed potatoes. But
I think about all financially too, all that.
Yeah,
I'm the primary breadwinner. Like it's just, and they're so little.
Yeah,
like you said, you got grown. Like my dad, when he set up his life insurance, we was adults. He was like, set it up to where you're in charge. You divvy the money to your brothers. Cameron, my little brother, we either come stay with you or Keith. And we was like, yeah. And then that's that. Like he's like, all right, you guys are adults. You guys can raise your brother. Financially, this is what I leave. And then, boom. Right, that's kind of it.
You worry about the finances a little bit more when they get older.
And even finances, he's not even worried about. He just was like, well, I'll give you guys something. It's like we don't need it. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, since it's here,
right?
And I guess you could use it to raise, Cam, and that's that. Like I even think about my brother's kids. Like if he go, I'm like, well, all three of y'all, come on. I got 5 kids now. Like it's just what it is. I got 5.
I would definitely take my brother's kids in. I would be like, yo, y'all can stay with me. They'll probably end up with my mom because she's always with my brother's kids. But I'll definitely be like, y'all can come here at any time. Same with my other my oldest nephew is a full grown man, and then my other one is like he's 20 as well. So they like fully formed. But my brother Scott, he has the youngest kids of the family. So it'd be like, yes, you can stay, with me. You know what I'm saying? I would feel bad because I would be on the road, but I would probably take less gigs on the road if something like that was to happen.
I honestly would be like, oh, this would be cool because they're all so close in age. So they can all, they'd be a crew.
Yeah.
Their age differences is it goes 7, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that's a good time.
So they all and I would probably I would hire a nanny or have my mom come, something. And then we have the space.
Yeah.
The girls share a room, boys share a room, and then I've thought about all this. Not that I want it to happen, obviously.
No, but
I think about.
You gotta think about
all this because people hate talking about it. And it's don't. You got to be prepared.
Yeah, man. Just because you ain't talking about it don't mean
nothing is
happen.
guaranteed.
Yep.
Nothing is guaranteed, and that's another thing that this Kobe's passing. You think about like Justin Hires was like, man, just getting home every day is a blessing. Ain't no guarantee you're gonna make it home every day. There's no guarantee.
0.
And then I'd be thinking about that too, like, I always got them with me, and I'm like, well, now I don't want to travel with them, like now, because I'm just like, well,
the complete family wipeout.
Yeah, it's just like that's what happened to Monty Williams. Monty lost his whole family, like his wife and kids, and I was just like, it's just,
I can't imagine.
It's just so much.
Well, here's a question. It's a sentiment we hear a lot after tragedies. People say everything happens for a reason. Do you think that's true?
I don't really like that saying.
Yeah.
I don't be feeling it. When they say everything happens for a reason, I'm like, well, we'll never know the reason, so I don't even like talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll never know the reason, so it's like, man, forget all that, man. This sucks. And like, because everybody's looking for some kind of solace or something they can hold on to in I guess a positive way when stuff like this happens. And when you don't know the answer, it's just like, what was the reason? And you can draw lessons like later on in life, like, some people can attribute certain things to when I lost my dad, I did this, that, and the third. But that's a very personal journey for people. Like,
and I think that's what that saying is. It is going to be personal for everybody.
Yeah.
It just, it's whack that certain stuff has to come from. Like, let's say, so like, okay, Jason Williams, he took from it. He was like, hey, if y'all got beef with anybody, let that shit go. That's what he took from it. He's like, you know what? I seen a lot of people.
That's what 50 Cent said.
This is minuscule. But I seen even a lot of people was like, I'll never argue Jordan, Kobe, LeBron again. I'm just going to appreciate that they're all great. And that's small. But I think some people are like, I want to spend more time with my family. Some people, so it just sucks that people make changes or learn lessons based off tragedy. You know, like even when it comes to family, people don't even get together until there's a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, we got to see each other more.
Mm-hmm.
We got to, so I think I get what people are trying to say. It's just like, you don't want to hear that at the time.
Sometimes,
like,
a lot of times it don't even stick. It's
Yeah,
like
it
a New
don't.
Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Tell everybody you love them. And then a month later, you back to the same old BS.
Yeah.
You know. 50 Cent said, I ain't arguing with nobody no more. I was like,
I'm skeptical now.
I'm super scared. Because he's been toxic his whole career.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is who he is. He got beef with everybody in his life. So
I did see Kendrick Perkins. He hit Durant and was like, I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
They got into it. And
yeah.
Just like, you know what? Forget it.
Mm-hmm.
It's petty.
Like, yeah.
In the grand scheme of it.
What are you doing?
He just
He's just been doing stuff the whole time.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, it sucked. And like what is this, day 3? And I'm still like,
It happened Sunday morning.
Monday, Tuesday. We're filming Tuesday.
yeah.
So for people,
I'm still
at
like,
home,
nah,
see
he
it
gonna
Wednesday.
crawl out of the rubble with a Kobe speech. You know what I mean? Like, this is how you, and I was like, damn, this sucks.
And it's
man.
funny, like when I think about my view of Kobe historically, like I don't like the Lakers. I've never really been a Lakers fan, and Kobe was going through his thing. Like he told on Shaq and this, that, and he's arrogant. And I was like, I was part of the anti-Kobe train. Like when the Bulls would play the Lakers, I'd be like, take them down. But you know what I always liked about Kobe, and you hate this about Kobe if you want the team to lose, is that he kicks it in the high gear and gets it done. And he just be focused. He does that look when he be gritting his teeth and be like, oh, he's in assassin mode.
Here we go.
And like I grew to really respect it because I was like, he puts the work in, no excuses, get it done. And I was like, man, this dude is cold. Like the Mamba mentality is a great mentality to have. And so I grew to like appreciate that about him. Like I was like, yeah, man. And it was just that evolution of thought about him. Like, I would love to, if he would have played for the Bulls, he would have been the best thing smoking for me. I'd have been like, yo, Kobe.
Well,
I'd have been that guy.
With great players, it's you don't hate them because they're not on your team.
You hate them because they're not on your team.
Like people be like, LeBron sucks. And then he came to the Lakers. They was like, we got LeBron.
Shane Miller, we talking about you. Shane Miller.
So it's just you hate people because they're not on your team.
Exactly.
Like they're so good, and you're like, man, I wish we had them.
Yeah.
Because the minute somebody gets traded to a team, people be all in.
Yeah. I would have hated Joakim Noah if he wasn't on the Bulls. But I loved him on there. You know what I mean? And so that's an example of that. Like, I'll take
it. Yeah. There's a lot of people you take on your team.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? you even if you don't like them as a person, whatever, don't do that. You be like, I'll take them 10 out of 10 times. Like even if they dirty players, you be like, I can't stand.
Oh, I hated Rodman. I hated Rodman when he was with the Pistons. Dennis Rodman, I hated everything about him. I didn't like Mason, Rodman. The only one I liked was Joe Dumars. But then when he came to the Bulls, let's get it started,
Tony
man.
dyed his hair.
Man,
tattoos.
he was getting the rebounds with the karate kicks at the same time. I was all in, man. But I hated him before he came over. That's funny, man. Sports. What else is going on? Jesus.
Well, we're having quite a week. There's a new virus out of China, the coronavirus. We've got 2 in our area, one in the OC and one in LA County. Plus, they're evacuating all the Americans from Wuhan. They're going to bring them here.
Why do all the viruses start in China?
Because of how close the pigs and the chickens and the bats are, and there's a lot of people.
Always coming from there.
That population density is crazy, and then the animals. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm surprised more don't come out of there, but and China's, especially Hong Kong, is horribly polluted. Like when I went there, I was like, Jesus, I wanted to put the mask on. I wanted to put a main mask on because it was so polluted. And I was just like, wow. And this, but it's always like SARS, and now this. I'm like, man, it's creepy. And like usually when those outbreaks happen, some viruses get my attention more than others. Like when Ebola was coming out, I was all in. I was reading USA Today every day. Be like, man, what's going on? Is it coming over here? Like, because the movie Outbreak it just came out, and like, I was shook, McGee. And then,
Outbreak had everybody shook.
Man,
I didn't mess with monkeys for years
because they just showed somebody, and they showed somebody in that movie cough in the movie theater.
And
that was a scene in the movie. So if you watching it in the theater and you see that,
I can't stand people who cough and don't cover their mouth.
Oh, I
just go like that.
I can't stand it. It's disgusting.
On the ships, people be, if you're on the ship too long, they call it boat throat, like people start coughing. And we was in the elevator and somebody called. I turned around like, you trying to kill us all? Like, I don't.
No coverage?
I don't know. It was behind me.
Oh.
And when somebody coughs behind me, in my mind, it's on me.
Yeah.
Like anytime I hear a cough, I'll be like, it's on my mind.
Yeah. Well, I can't fault you for coughing, but if you don't cover it up, oh man, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Super pissed.
Are you following this virus as closely?
I've been looking into it a little bit, but not really. Like I don't really know the root of it. Is it coming from the food?
They don't know exactly what the cause is. They call it a novel virus because it's different.
Yeah.
They were speculating earlier that it passed from animals in some of their meat markets, but now they don't really know.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
The actual virus itself is very interesting. I know people who are sick don't want to hear that. But.
Yeah, and I saw like the rates were like 3,000 people, and then and the vegetarian and vegan community is like, see,
yeah,
no,
you know what I'm saying? They gonna swoop on that.
It's our time,
man. But yeah, I just hope they contain this thing, because. That's scary, man, because, like, we could have a plague at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we could have a bubonic plague at any moment.
I guess I never really think about it.
I be thinking about it sometimes.
And we fly all the time, and I still be like,
touching stuff and coughing and being in tight quarters. If anything outbreaks on the flight, and then you get off the flight, and then you just go on, and everybody's going into their communities. So much travel is going on. It's like it could happen so easy.
I guess the reason why I don't trip because I'm so far, into scare tactics. It has to be like, this is just like in my mind, everything that's posted is something that's supposed to freak people out. Because every year there's every year they got a new one that's supposed to kill us all. And I'll be like, stop. Like that's why I guess I'm so nonchalant about it because I know how the government is. I know how the media is.
Right.
I know, like, I'm not even saying it's not legit.
Yeah.
But I feel like, honestly, the more legit it is, the less they talk about it.
Yeah, and that's the scary part.
So when I see something that's getting heavy coverage, I'm like, I ain't buying it.
Yeah.
But if I see a small article and then it go away, I'd be like, that's the one that's gonna get us. The one they trying to hush and like they already building, bunkers in the hills and stuff like that. That's the ones. Because the ones heavy coverage.
The flu kills a lot of people every year.
Yeah.
Just the regular flu.
It does, but the death rates of the flu are much lower. They're less than 1%. This is right now.
It's more potent for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even the flu, like we kind of, it's just the flu. But you can die from that shit. And the flu used to kill mad people back in the day.
Because the flu is more when the babies and old people is more. If we catch it, we should be
good.
We're fine.
I ain't getting no flu shot though. I've never had.
No, I've never had one, and I've never had the flu. Keelan got it once.
I don't trust.
Not the shot. He got the flu once, and he was fine. And they was like, we every year they'd be like, yeah, you need to get the flu shot for the kids, and we'd be like, no. My mom never had a flu shot ever. Got one 5 years ago. She's had the flu every year since.
See,
that's what I've heard.
Every year since she's got it. Never had it for.
And they always promote it at Walgreens. That just don't sit right with me.
Yeah.
Come get this flu shot. Nah.
I don't. And how hard they push it when you're in there with your kid. That's what makes me not want to get it. They be pushing it. I'm like, this is about money. And I told them last time. I was like, it's about money. I know. We're fine.
It's about 50% effective. It's not 100% effective. So if you get the flu shot, the 1918 flu, that killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it killed adults. Because
that was a bad one.
That was really bad.
But it was also 1918.
I remember hearing about that.
But it could happen again because it's a virus. It's not a bacteria. So we still don't have any defense against it until we get the virus, and produce a vaccine.
Yep. The viruses are cold pieces, man.
Yeah, they are.
They be out. We can't be stopped. Ain't nothing. Your body has to kill it, or else nothing.
Yeah. Do you have a quarantine plan? Like if the city of LA was like, look, we brought all these people back from Wuhan. Sorry about that. They're all infected. We're quarantining all of LA. There's 80 million people quarantined in China right now. What would you do with your time?
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah.
I'd be video game because then I could finally like relax.
Because I actually have an excuse not to work.
Exactly.
So
now I have to sit my ass down.
And with having to be in the house with them, just hanging out.
Man, I would love the quarantine.
What if the internet goes down because it's more serious than
that's fine. I got video games. I got books. I got DVDs.
We got each other.
Now if the power go out, that's when I'm be like, oh man, this sucks.
You have a candle?
I got candles.
We have candles, flashlights.
But it was just because I can't play no video games or watch movies.
It'd be Shadow Puppets McGee at the Polly house. Daddy, do a dog for the millionth time. All right. My dog will have no spirit.
Games galore, man. Monopoly.
Oh,
Taboo.
That's what we would do. If it was quarantine, we having game nights every day.
Quarantine would be fun.
You can't go over his house, and you can't go over his house. That's before of you.
We'd probably already be over there. It'd be special alert during game night, quarantine. We all staying in.
Yeah.
We got plenty of food. You know what I mean? We're
Y'all
good.
keep food?
Huh?
You guys keep emergency food like your earthquake kit?
No, I just be having food because I'm greedy.
That's
it. It's not for emergencies. It's for emergencies when I'm hungry. That's it.
But that would be fun, though. I could use a good quarantine. I could use it, man. Bring that shit on.
Not too long, but like
a
good week.
Yeah, give me that.
A good week of just don't go outside.
I can't go nowhere. Yeah. If the internet's still on, the content would be crazy.
Oh yeah, I'd just be shooting
mad
goofy stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, quarantine's not the worst. What is your favorite pandemic movie?
Ooh, that's a great question. I haven't seen a lot of them because honestly, they scared me. I was scared to watch Outbreak. I used to be terrified of viruses. Like it started with HIV. It started with that. AIDS, and then as I got older, I started learning about not even viruses, just STDs and stuff like that, and I would just get shook, like, oh, I got syphilis, I got this, I got that. I thought I had everything I learned about, and then I learned about the bubonic plague wiping out, like, it damn near took everybody, and I was like, oh, it came from fleas on the rats, whoa, and then it was just like, and so I was scared to watch Outbreak. And I saw it on video. I didn't even go to the movies.
I saw it on video.
And I'm glad I didn't go to the movies because that scene with the dude coughing in the movie theater. So Outbreak automatically sticks out the most in the pandemic movies. But the better ones to me are the zombie movies that are based with like a virus. So like 28 Days Later, stuff like that. Would that be considered?
I mean, technically it's a virus movie, but the problem there is the zombies, not the virus.
Well, what movie scared me and sat with me was Philadelphia. Tom Hanks, he was the man dying of AIDS, and the band played on. That's an HBO original movie about when AIDS first hit the scene. And that movie shook me up. I was like, man, because they were showing you like how they didn't really know what it was, all the people getting sick. The people that were getting blood transfusions, they were dying out. So it was just like, oh man, this was. So those movies sat with me for a long time.
Yeah, mine would be Outbreak for sure. It's just that the running joke, Outbreak, monkey. I did not mess with monkeys. Matter of fact, I realized it to this day. I kind of still don't.
Where would you come across a monkey?
When I was in St. Thomas.
Yeah.
You get up on the island and dude had just monkeys on his shoulder and he was like, "You want to pet it?" I was like, "Get it away!"
So you still have that?
I just was like, "That monkey bites me, I got it." They was like, "Got what? It? I just got it. Whatever it is, I got it." I'm still not. I don't want no monkey on my shoulder. I'm
not really trustworthy of monkeys, man.
No, they be sporadic.
Like the little ones, they're bad. They're mischievous. Yeah. They're mobile. They I don't trust. I love gorillas though. I love gorillas.
I respect
and orangutans.
gorillas.
Like I would love to extend my hand and have a gorilla like.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I wouldn't do it, but I would love to.
Yeah.
I would love to, like, let the gorilla come up. And,
I respect
But the little monkeys, I don't trust them.
You shouldn't trust them. Yeah. I was on an island one time where they had them just wild.
Yeah.
And the older they get, the more aggressive they get. And they're little, but they're strong.
Yeah. Oh, that primate strength?
They
won't zero
strong.
parts. But I love gorillas. I love a silverback gorilla coming through like, yes.
That's what I'm saying. I respect the manhood of the gorilla.
Yeah,
but nah.
But for some reason, I never associated viruses with gorillas. Mm-hmm. The little monkeys, yes.
Yeah.
But like the gorillas, nah. I don't know why they always stood apart.
I had a small, for a hot second, literally a second, I wasn't messing with gorillas because of Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that movie, I was like, oh, hell no. Nah.
I remember that.
So the whole primate, I was just like, I'm done with all y'all. I'm just done. I couldn't. The sharks, the jaws and stuff, that didn't bother me. I was like, whatever. Dinosaur, whatever. But them monkeys and gorillas, them movies, I was like, oh, nah. I'm good to go.
What about Contagion?
I never saw that movie.
Oh, you should see Contagion.
Yeah.
What's that?
I've been scared to watch it.
You might be scared.
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne is in there.
Lawrence Fishburne, Gwyneth Paltrow, Matt Damon. We watched it last night.
Why do I feel like I've seen this?
You might have. Because Gwyneth Paltrow catches it, and Matt Damon's her husband, right?
Yeah.
And then I think she dies early on.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah, you might have. I
clearly didn't have the same impact
because I always feel like I got it when I watch anything about diseases. Like when I watched Dallas Buyers Club, I had full blown. I was like, I got it too, dog. Every time I watch it. So in that movie, man, I was like, man.
In Contagion, they show at the end that a bat. He eats a pit of fruit, he drops the fruit half eaten into a pig farm. A pig eats that. The virus mutates in the pig. The pig gets brought to a meat market, gets sold for food, and that's how Gwyneth Paltrow catches it.
Wow.
And that's what they were saying, how this virus started, but right now they're not sure.
That's all it takes, though.
Yeah.
That's
it's
all
quick.
It takes. That's
so
all
quick.
It takes. And it's funny how just that little microscopic thing can wipe us all out. And that's the funny part, like the alien invasion movies where they killing us. They taking over the world, and then they drink water. Boom.
Yeah.
They out of here because they wasn't ready for the microbes.
Hey, syphilis did a number on people before they figured that out. Mm-hmm. People had syphilis in the brain. It was bad.
Al Capone, man.
Yep.
You go to your brain like, wow, toughest gangster. Syphilis was like, nah, I got you, big boy. Tuberculosis was wild.
Yeah. They still screen you for that.
They
I
do.
actually finally went to the doctor. And
I've
he
had
said
screenings.
That. Yeah.
A lot of people, they used to do it for work. We had to get it for work.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do the little thing, the bump test.
Mm-hmm.
What's the little shot they used to give you in the arm that they don't do no more? In the shoulder.
For smallpox or for MMR?
Something. You can always, I remember.
What was that? Because I got it too.
But you can tell how old somebody is by who got it.
Oh, that was
shot.
smallpox.
Yeah, I never got it.
Yeah, we're too
But there
young.
were some people.
I thought smallpox gave you the scar.
They gave you a little one in the shoulder in the 70s.
So you can tell how old people
are. Oh, yeah, I never got that.
Bump on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So I'll be in Costco and be like, oh, they.
And a lot of people from overseas will have the scar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't get none of that stuff.
I have a question that might make a few people mad, but that's okay.
What's new on here?
Here we go.
Should the government be able to mandate vaccines under any circumstances? Should the government be able to come and say, something's going on, I'm going to stick you with this needle?
No, we can't turn it down?
No.
Yeah, well, right now we can't. You can't send your kid to school without an MMR vaccine. But if the government said, yo, some outbreak stuff's going on, we got a vaccine for it, I'm coming to your door.
You know what?
No, let me choose. What if I want to go out?
I'm actually conflicted on that because if it's a communicable disease and you refuse the treatment and now you're getting other people sick, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
So I feel them on that in a sense. Like if it's a true like, yo,
But I would.
We don't want this to spread.
Okay, for that, I would have to. People would have to be dropping like flies first for me to be like, okay.
Yeah.
But like let's say they did it like right now. Hell no, I ain't taking it. No.
But it would have to be because that would suck if you be like, I ain't getting the shot, and then you responsible for other people's death.
But if it was like like right now, like we leave and we just see cars crashed on the side of the road because people done passed out, and then we hear on the news like I'm like, shoot me up 7 times. We're in the eyeballs. I don't care.
So like a 1918 flu, where it's gonna get like 1-2% of the population, which is a lot now. You're talking like 3 million people. Yeah. You know, and that's going around, and they say, oh, we got this flu vaccine. Really, it's like 50% effective. Well, if it's for that specific strain, it would be much higher.
Yeah.
So they say we got this flu vaccine at Walgreens. Like a lady at Walgreens, like, get this shot.
I don't like the Walgreens, man. I need to be in the facility, a medical facility. Walgreens at the drive-thru, that just ain't gonna do it for me.
Just stick your arm in.
Yeah, like nah, man. I don't even know if the needles are
let
clean.
me get another one of those in the side of
man. But I, you know, my fear of viruses and sicknesses has calmed down since I was younger, but I still be like, you know, especially all the travel I do. And then they wanted me to get that yellow fever shot when I wanted to go to Cuba. I was about to get it too, because I wanted to go to Cuba, but it's $400. I was like, you bastards. I faded into the shrubbery. But yeah, man. We got any questions this week?
We sure do. Kyle was here asked, what do you think about parents who have to fight their own kids?
Like physically? Like a fist fight?
Get older? That happens sometimes.
Yeah. I mean.
It be like that.
Because sometimes, you know, when your kids get old enough and they just want to test you, sometimes all you got is the fisticuffs.
How old before you can
Boys
punch
usually
a kid?
they get to that teenage age and they start being like, all right, I'm sick, you know, or they think. Because we was talking about that on the ship. This kid, I mean, he yoked up, whatever. And somebody asked me, you think you could take your dad? In his face, I was like, the answer is no, sir. You can't. Like, he was looking like, I think I could. Every kid has that. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, your dad is a grown man. Mm-hmm. I was like, he has dad strength for one. You strong, but you 19.
Yeah.
I was like, he got grown man strength, and he has the rage behind the audacity of you trying to fight him. That's why dads be beating up sons when they go at it. Like, I know a few sons who've gotten the best of the dad, but for the most part, the dad wins because it's like,
how dare you?
That rage alone is like, really, after all I've done?
And another ace in your hole is the lack of fear.
Yeah.
You don't fear your kids, so you going in there pissed, confident, and fearless.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the adrenaline too. You know, because your kid might have that fear tucked in as well. I got to be, oh, Lord, am I doing this? All kind of thoughts. You just, the Hulk.
Yeah, the son, the dad's is different.
Especially if your dad's working construction for the past 40 years.
And he did work construction. In this case, the dad worked construction. I was like,
you're not construction strength.
And he got them hands and the calluses. No, you ain't taking him.
I held up a wall when it fell.
You ain't
saved my coworkers.
And the son, he was ripped. He was like pretty, like beautiful guy and buffed up. But it's like your dad is construction, grown man. These hands, he don't even use pot holders. He just takes stuff out the oven raw. Like, he don't care.
I built this life from scratch with my hands.
You're not taking him, man. He don't care.
Yeah, some guys and some girls too. I see they got thick hands.
Yeah,
it's different. I have like art hands.
My hands are thin.
Yeah.
My dad and my grandpa's fingers are thick. Like I used to think about that too when it came to like, could I take him? And I would look at his hands and I'd be like, nah, them hands are big.
Do they have muscle in their hands? I don't
it's
know
just
how
thick. It's just massive, and some of them be rough and just like they got the gorilla hands.
Yeah, and my hands is big, but it's mostly all palm. Mm-hmm. My fingers, I'm mostly like when I measure up to people with big hands, like they got long fingers, and I'm all palm. I can get a good slap in, and
I know this one girl. You wouldn't even think it. I looked down at her hands and I was like, oh my God, her hands have to be, each finger has to be 50% wider than mine.
Man.
Individual finger. I'm like, okay, let me not mess with this girl.
Right.
She got those thick hands.
Got them hands. And not no slang. She got actual hands.
I would feel bad after I beat my son down, but hey, You know, sometimes
lessons need to be learned. Sometimes.
Would you open hand it because he's your own son?
I'll probably start out with the open hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I was watching this movie, The Gentleman, and Colin Farrell plays like a fight coach, and there was some punk kids in this restaurant, and the way he was fighting them, he was just slapping them. Like he never closed his fist. I was like, yo, that's funny. And he's got the, he had the hand speed, but it was just slaps. He was doing it like throughout the movie. I was like, that's funny. And that's what I would like do initially, like, and then, if it got worse, then let me give him a kidney punch to slow him down a little bit. And then, you good? 'Cause I wouldn't go for the full, knockout, because you can kill somebody with.
See, my dad used to tell us, if y'all ever fight me, I'm gonna fight you like a dude off the street, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good.
That's scary, man.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
you
good.
You can get killed in a street fight.
Yeah.
On some humble.
He was like, I will fight y'all like a dude. We not friends no more. I was like, all right.
And I would hate to knock my son out, and then he falls and hits his head on the concrete.
Yeah.
Nah, I would never live that down.
That'd be the worst.
You can get him a little. They do for the boxing match.
Oh, if we had the time to do it, then of course we're gonna gear up. But I was thinking like a fight in the moment, like, in the apartment. That's
irresponsible in general, I think, to fight where you do anything where you could fall and smack your head
on
the
table.
God,
that's like a storyline you would see in a movie. Like, why is he like this? Well, 10 years ago he fought his son on the street, and then that's why he is the way he is. So
we got a really funny question here from King Tizzle. I shouldn't have said his name. I should have opted out like I did last week or the week before, because he might not want this out there.
Oh, snap.
You put it out there.
Yeah. I know, but still. Says, my question is, what is your take on your girlfriend wanting to wait till marriage to have sex? Would you leave? Would that be time to get a side chick, etc.? Let me know.
That's an individual choice.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't say, I would never date a girl like that because I'm trying to get it in. That's an individual thing. But there are people who do that and are perfectly fine with it. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like he ain't into it. But he should have waited that. Not you. How long you into this now? When y'all talking about marriage, it's got to be a while. Like, now it's bothering you. You knew that going in.
Right. If you know it going in and the girl tells you, like, I'm not having sex before marriage, I'm just not, then you can't get mad at her for that, halfway in. Like, I'm sick of this. She told you in the beginning, like, this is what it is. I don't know. I guess you thought she was going to break me down eventually and get the panties. No, I'm staying true to this. Yeah. And, like, and it's unfair for you to get a side chick or whatever because you knew what it was going in. Don't waste her time. If you know you can't hang, don't waste her time. Yeah.
Now, I've heard of situations where somebody, could be man or woman, had, like, somewhere in the relationship, they was like, I think we should be celibate from here on out, and then people got a problem with that. And I understand.
That's fine, too.
You can't just take it. If you take it away, all right, well, I got to go.
That's a major change. It's like, I didn't sign up for this.
Nah.
Well, this is what I'm doing now. You can opt out, And you can't get mad because somebody wants to dip out on that either.
Yeah.
Because, that wasn't what they signed up for. So.
That's true. You can't change the rules of the game halfway through.
Yeah. You can change them, but you can't be mad at the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's an individual case-by-case joint, I guess.
I would advise against a side chick just because it would bring lies and deceit into the relationship.
That's not. I mean, if she said you can get you a side chick, I mean, if you get full permission, that's fine
have
too.
That conversation.
But to have it sneakily, nah, man, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Yeah, man. All right, y'all. Well, that's been this issue. I always say that. That's been this episode of Daddy Issues, man. If y'all have any questions for us, ask us in the comments section on YouTube. We'll tackle them on the show. Thanks for listening. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts from. You can find me anywhere, Tony Baker Comedy. If you are in the Dallas area, I will be at the Arlington Improv February 20th through the 23rd. I'll also be at Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento Valentine's Day weekend. I'll be there for the whole weekend. So pull up. You know what I mean? Keon, what you get?
Keon Poley on everything at Keon Poley, KeonPoley.com. If you are in Phoenix, wait, is this Phoenix? Yes. Rick Bronson's House of Comedy, February 5th through the 9th. I will be headlining there.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
They do a week.
That's 4
5,
days.
6, 7, 8, 9. That's 5 days.
Yeah. You do the Thursday. Maybe it's a Wednesday through. Is it Wednesday?
That's longer than the weekend.
Yeah, it's Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So pull up
That's
Phoenix.
A good week
you
of Keon, y'all.
You got a lot of time.
Yo, shout out to Phoenix and the crowds out there.
Oh yeah, they good.
I like y'all.
All right. Tony said y'all good.
Arizona is usually a good time comedically.
So I'll be there, and then and this Wednesday, guys. If you're local, and by local we mean LA. People for some reason still don't know we live in LA.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, people hit me like, "Where are you located?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought we talk about this all the time."
I'm not
But
surprised.
this weekend, Kev on stage is putting on a show. Kev and Friends. It is. Not this weekend. Sorry, this Wednesday at the Ice House, in Pasadena. It's Kev, Tony, DC Irvin, and myself.
Yeah, it'd be a good time.
So that'd be a good time. Local show y'all can go to. And that's just Wednesday, and I think that's it. And then Valentine's Day, I got this casino thing, but whatever.
Valentine's. Oh, but that's it, y'all. Until next time, we out here.